Alright, hello everybody, it is I, Granorite, and here we are back with our next playthrough, our third and final Fighting Night team here in Pokemon Emerald, which is going to be Hitmonchan, which is starting out as a Tyrogue, Poliwag, Meditite, and Hitmontop, which we start as a Hitmontop. The reason we start Hitmontop as a Hitmontop instead of a Tyrogue is because in order to get it to be a Hitmontop, its attack and defense have to be equal at level 20, and I'm not going to mess with that. So, we can get Tyrogue and Hitmonchan, its defense has got to be higher than its attack, and we can definitely do that. Let's start off by reading some Pokemon biologies, see what we have here. We have Tyrogue starting out, has Guts for its ability, even across the board stats, currently knows Tackle. So Tyrogue, medium fast leveling rate Pokemon. Tyrogue is a humanoid Pokemon with a predominantly pale purple body and brown hips and feet that resemble short pants and shoes. It has 3 blunt protrusions on top of its head, yellow eyes, and circular sections on each side of its head that resemble protective padding. There are white bands resembling bandages on its torso and wrists. It has thin limbs, and its hands have 3 fingers each. Tyrogue is a male-only species with no female counterpart. Tyrogue is famous for its eagerness to compete and boundless energy, to such an extent that it will challenge anyone, even larger foes. This is the famous intense desire that Tyrogue is known for. Determined to make itself stronger, Tyrogue will not quit no matter how many times it loses. While it is small, Tyrogue should not be ignored as it can slug a target without warning. As a result, it is always nursing its injuries from fighting opponents larger than itself. As Tyrogue becomes stressed, if it is not able to train every day, its trainer must maintain a regular training schedule. It is usually found in urban areas. The training Tyrogue does influences its possible evolution into either Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, or Hitmontop. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Tyrogue, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say Tyrogue becomes stressed out if it does not get to train every day. When raising this Pokemon, the trainer must establish and hold various training methods. Fire Red says even though it is small, it can't be ignored because it will slug any handy target without warning. And Leaf Green says it is always bursting with energy. To make itself stronger, it keeps on fighting even if it loses. Next we have Poliwag here. It has Water Absorb for its ability, so heals off water attacks. Again, kind of even across the board, a little fast. Knows Bubble right now. Medium slow leveling rate, Poliwag is an amphibian Pokemon resembling a blue spherical tadpole. It has large eyes and pink lips that can also act as suction cups for rocks. Its skin is very thin but flexible and difficult to puncture. There is a black and white swirl on its abdomen, which is actually its internal organs showing through its semi-transparent skin. The swirl is clearer following a meal and will have a white tinge if the Pokemon is affected by disease. The direction of the belly spiral differs by the area. The equator is thought to have an effect on it. Poliwag has newly developed legs that are poor at walking and no arms. It has a long, thin tail surrounded by a light blue semi-transparent fin. Its tail makes it a powerful swimmer. It loves to waddle on land despite the dangers. However, it will quickly return back into the water should it see danger. It cannot walk on land well unless trained every day. Because of its ineptitude on land, Poliwag is more likely to be found swimming in small freshwater ponds and lakes. As seen in the Pokemon, the series episode, The Stun Spore Detour, Poliwag is shown feeding on Salveo weed, which can only be found on clear lake bottoms. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say Poliwag has very thin skin. It is possible to see the Pokemon spiral innards right through the skin. Despite its thinness, however, the skin is also very flexible. Even sharp fangs bounce right off it. Fire Red says its slick black skin is thin and damp. Part of its internal organs can be seen through the skin as a spiral pattern. And Leaf Green says its newly grown legs prevent it from walking well. It appears to prefer swimming over walking. Next, we have Meditite, which has pure power for its ability, which just raises its attack. Hey, that's not a fighting type? Yeah. You're right, and it won't be for a while. It won't be a fighting type until after we beat Tate and Liza, and that's going to be our trick to get past them. So right now, we know Bite and Meditate for Meditite, which is amazing. Bite is such a good move. Medium fast leveling rate Pokemon. Meditite is a humanoid bipedal Pokemon that resembles a person meditating. It usually sits in a yoga position with knees bent and feet together with its hands resting on its knees. Its lower body is blue with white on the wrist, feet, and lower body. Its onion-shaped head is also white with large eyes and pink ovals on its cheeks. It has round swirled ears on the sides of its head. These ears are higher up on a male than on a female. Meditite heightens its inner energy and spiritual power through meditation, which allows it to levitate. It trains hours a day and never skips a daily yoga training. Meditite's training never ends since it constantly loses concentration and focus while meditating. It eats 1 berry per day as part of its training, which tempers its spirit and makes its senses sharper. It lives and trains on the mountains. And then our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Meditite. Ruby says Meditite undertakes rigorous mental training deep in the mountains. However, whenever it meditates, this Pokemon always loses its concentration and focus. As a result, its training never ends. Sapphire says Meditite heightens its inner energy through meditation. It survives on just 1 berry a day. Minimal eating is another aspect of this Pokemon's training. Emerald says it continually meditates for hours each day. As a result of rigorous and dedicated yoga training, it has tempered its spiritual power so much it can fly. And Fire Red and Leaf Green says it never skips its daily yoga training. It heightens its inner strength through meditation. And last but not least, we have Hitmontop, which has Intimidate as its ability. Currently knows Rolling Kick and Revenge. Medium fast leveling rate Pokemon. Hitmontop is a vaguely humanoid Pokemon capable of spinning on its head. Its main body is spherical and mostly blue with a brown triangular patch on its chest. Hitmontop has short legs with white bands near the hands and feet. The feet are large, blue, and have a circular brown pad on the underside. It has a skinny brown retractable tail that ends with a blue sphere with a spike on it. Its head is round and brown with flat curved extensions on either side and a single spike on top. The spike horn is made from the same substance that creates both its fur and claws. The horn is continuously growing through Hitmontop's lifetime. It has beady black eyes and spherical hands with no digits. Hitmontop is a male-only species with no female counterpart. Hitmontop is very adept at fighting with dance-like kicks. This technique has an amazing combination for both offense and defense at the same time. Hitmontop moves more quickly by spinning on the spike on its head than it does by walking normally. Capable of spinning at high speeds, it may bore into the ground similar to a drill. While spinning, Hitmontop delivers smooth, graceful kicks. The centrifugal force of Hitmontop's spins boosts the destructive power of its attack by a factor of 10. Anyone enchanted by its kicks will often get drilled hard by Hitmontop's kicks. Hitmontop often competes with Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. As an urban species, it is often found in towns and cities. And then our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Hitmontop. Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say Hitmontop spins on its head at high speeds while delivering kicks. This technique is a remarkable mix of both offense and defense at the same time. The Pokemon travels faster spinning than it does walking. Fire Red says it launches kicks while spinning. It spins at high speed. It may bore its way into the ground. And Leaf Green says if you become enchanted by its smooth, elegant dance-like kicks, you may get drilled hard. Yes, Christian Aban. The reason that we are starting with a Hitmontop as Hitmontop and then Hitmonchan as a Tyrogue is because in order to get Tyrogue to evolve into Hitmontop, we have to have its attack and defense stat be equal at level 20. Whereas with Hitmonchan, its defense just has to be higher than its attack. And that's easier to handle. And so I just didn't want to deal with it. So Tyrogue wants attack and defense. We need to make sure that it does eventually get more defense stats than attack stats. But that should be easy because we'll just find a whole bunch of Cocoon Pokemon in the forest, the Petalburg Forest. Get it a whole bunch of defense stats. Right now, we're just going to get it up to level 7 like we do. Gotta find those Poochyenas, and if we run into one, a Seedot, I guess. But really, Poochyenas. Not making attack of fighting Pokemon's best stat? That's crazy. You're telling me. Poochyenas. Ooh, a Seedot. We had no choice but to just tackle it there. Is my tracker, like, not doing anything? It is not. Let me reset this. There it goes. Good deal. Now, we're not going to do any of the elemental punches for Tyrogue. We'd rather the elemental punches be on Meditite, and I think we have access to all of them per its evolution, but I think we're only going to take one of them. I have to re-look at my moveset, but I'm pretty sure we're only taking Ice Punch for Meditite. And then we're going to have Psychic and High Jump Kick be its other attacking moves. Get out of here. Yeah. It was a hard choice, Krishinamon. But it was one that I did ultimately come to. Come on, Poochyenas. Now, one thing Hitmonchan does have, apart from good attack, you know, is it's got really good special defense. So hopefully we can tap into that as well. Hitmontop wants special defense and HP. Funny thing is that the best stat for Hitmonchan is not its attack, it's its special defense. Yeah. Yes, it is. So I want Wurmples and Lotads for Hitmontop. And so we're just going to speed it up until we get it to level 7 here. Would you like to hear movesets that I have picked out, Krishinamon? Alright, let me swap Meditite up here, who wants speed and special attack. So movesets that I have picked out, Poliwrath is going to know Brick Break, Surf, Body Slam, and Belly Drum. Hitmontop is going to know Triple Kick, Secret Power, Toxic, and Hidden Power. Bug. Hidden Power, Bug. Medicham is going to know High Jump Kick, Psychic, Ice Punch, and Calm Mind. And Hitmonchan will know Sky Uppercut, Earthquake, Return, and Bulk Up. Oh, I wanted to take on those Zigzagoons. Why am I running away from those? Now I'm not going to get any more. Meditite's going to be our problem Pokemon getting up at the early game until it learns Confusion. I think it's also a nice set of movesets. Come on. There we go. Hit me. Alright, now we gotta go get our HP back. So hopefully the answer when we get to Tate and Liza is the fact that we'll have one Pokemon that's not fighting type. And then we'll have one Pokemon that's part psychic type. Which will just take normal damage from psychic type attacks. That's the plan. We'll have to see how it goes in execution. I missed this tackle. And that is the problem with Meditite knowing Bide. Because it's not a bulky Pokemon. Man, I run into a lot of C-Dots and like no Ralts. Yeah, its stats are pretty meh. Oh my god! Hit me! Yeah, it does not have the best stats. Its attack and special attacks are its worst at 60. Well, it does have pure power as its ability, which... or huge power, or whatever it is, which raises its attack stat. I'm not sure by how much it raises it by, if it, like, doubles it or something. Yelling at these Zigzagoons that hit my Pokemon. It doubles its attack stats. That puts it to 120. I'd like to know where all the Ralts are. Come on. There's one. Now, we don't necessarily want special attack on Poliwag, but it's not going to hurt it to have it. Especially if it gets it on Meditite for now. I feel like we're going to do a lot of healing early game with this team just because of Meditite. Makes it good, but it's annoying because it basically has no ability. Yeah, its abilities make its bad attack good. I mean, that's exactly right. Alright. And then Poliwag really wants HP and attack. Which is Poochyenas and Wurmples. Hooray! And it learned Hypnosis. Alright, let's move forward. Poliwag, that's right. I think Poliwrath is a pretty decent Pokemon. Especially you get Belly Drum on it and give it a lot of bulk. It's pretty good. We have Poochyenas starting out. We'll just keep Poliwag up front. This is playthrough number 40. Bring it on, Poochyena. It's got decent stats all around. It has a great move pool to be either a physical or special attacker. Yeah, it's a pretty good all-rounder wherever you need it to fill in your team. Let's go ahead and fight this bug catcher. Got the highest base stat total of this group of scallywags. Well, that's pretty good. It just, we will not get it until so late. Because we don't get any water stones until we get dive. Good job, Hitmontop. Maybe a good thing, so you've got 2 Pokemon that take neutral damage to psychic attacks. Yeah. I agree with that statement. Alright, let's see if we can sneak past this guy up here and grab an Oran Berry from Meditite before we take his team on. Don't look at me, kid. All right. It's all up to you, Meditite. That's not an attack, Zigzagoon. Come on, hit me. There we go. That'll be 6 damage back. There goes our Oran Berry already. There he does 2 of them. Funny that Poliwag has the same base speed stat as Poliwag, but Poliwrath has a lower speed stat. All that bulk slows it down. Peck me. You butt. Fine. Meditite, we're gonna need to get that sorted out. You don't learn Confusion until like level 9. It did. It attacked me after I failed the bide. So it waited to attack me until I had fired off the bide and it missed because it didn't attack me. It did proper strats, which is not nice. Hit me. Bite as a starting move is just horrible. It is. It's really bad. Alright. There goes that Zigzagoon. Shroomish. Let's go to Hitmontop. Revenge! Alright, let's go let Wally catch his Pokemon. I'd say it's worse than Splash since you know Splash does nothing, but Bite gives you the hope that it can do something, but you end up taking too much damage. Yeah. Yeah. It's very frustrating. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, Meditite. Hit me! Alright, well there's 6 damage to it. Oh my god, stop that nonsense. Frack this Pokemon! How am I supposed to take things down? It just tail whips me during it, and then hits me afterwards to do 5 billion damage. Wobbuffet should be the one that learns Bide. Yeah, it should. Alright. Meditite cannot beat this Magikarp. This Magikarp cannot deal damage to Meditite. Alright, we're healed up again. We're going to give another Oran Berry to Meditite again. See if we can beat this Zigzagoon. My faith is not high. Oh, it hit us! For like, what, 5 damage? Ooh, we do 10 back to it. Whoa, calm down. Hit me again. One more time. No. Come on. Come on, buddy. Oh, we're so close. Alright, I gotta switch. Alright. Go heal again. And you gotta do this Bide leveling up again with a Psychic playthrough. Oh, yeah, I know. Don't remind me. Maybe on that playthrough we'll choose different stats that we went up for it. Like on this one, it is our premium special attacker for this team because of its coverage that it has. On a Psychic playthrough, it might benefit more to be a physical attacker than a special attacker, which then we can fight Poochyenas and have a much better chance of getting hit. What if you had them and Wobbuffet on the same team? Well, Wobbuffet just wants HP, and I already know what I'm doing with Wobbuffet, and that's countering things. The problem with Wobbuffet is in Gen 3, I have to start it out as a Why Not, and I have to switch it in and out until level 15 when it evolves into Wobbuffet, because then it learns counter. Because Why Not, until level 15, only knows Splash, Charm, and Encore. Yep, Splash, that's it. And Encore. That is Why Not's entire moveset until it evolves. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, that's a word for it. At least we'll have Wobbuffet by the time we fight Roxanne. Don't do that too much, buddy. Or we're slowing it down, though, so that's good. Yep, the only stat that we care about on Wobbuffet is its HP. We don't care about its defense stats, its attack stats, its speed, as long as its HP is maxed out. Alright. Tyrogue's frustrating because we only get Tackle until it evolves. I mean, that is my biggest frustration always with Tyrogue, is it learns nothing until it evolves. Nothing! I'm gonna beat up this Cascoon, though. Hey, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna go back and heal. You guessed it. It learns nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Thank you, Gene Wilder. Etc., etc. Easy peasy through the forest that time. Alright, let's see if we can beat this other Zigzagoon. Oh my gosh. It hit me twice! With a critical hit on the second one, we're going to deal 20 damage to it. Not enough to take it down. It's going to get healed now. Now you're being a real butt. Now it's being a real butt. Look at that. Look at all that nothing that we get with Meditite. All of that nothing. What a piece of junk. Got it down to 1 HP and couldn't take it out. I know! I know. It's very frustrating. Was there 3 Magikarps here? Yeah. Hit the fish! Goodness. Worst fighting team in the beginning of the game. Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, Hitmontop, Medicham. If they were all Tyrogues. And then you'd have to keep track of how you had to train each Tyrogue to get it into the ones that you wanted. Three Tyrogues and a Meditite. Sounds pretty bad. But this is where we are going to end our episode for today. We will be back tomorrow with more Pokemon. Until then, we will see you all next time.